Hey guys, Colin here to show you a super quick and easy way to start to correct bad posture. And in specific, we're talking about that rounding in the shoulders that occurs when you're sitting and working at a desk for long hours. So I'm going to show you a stretch, then I'm going to show you an exercise that helps to stabilize those shoulder blades in the correct position, and then I'm going to give you an awareness tip. This literally will take you maybe 2 to 3 minutes. So we're going to start with a stretch. The stretch is going to be done in a doorway, which is why I'm standing here. You're going to put the flat of your palm and the whole forearm against the door jamb on both sides. You want your upper arm to be parallel with the floor, or you could even have it up at a slight angle, like so. Now, from this position, all I'm going to do is take a big step forward with one leg, and I'm going to start to let my body drop forward. So really, I'm using my body weight to stretch out these upper chest muscles that tend to get really adaptively shortened when you're seated for a long period of time. What we're doing is we're resetting the length of those. So we're going to hang out in this position for about 30 seconds. And what I want you to do when you're hanging out here is I want you to tune in to where it feels the tightest. When you can kind of sense those areas that are really tight, what I want you to do is take a deep breath into them, imagining that tight area is kind of opening and expanding with the in-breath. When you breathe out, try and let it completely relax. This is something you can do with your mind, and the visualization is very effective. So you're going to hang out here for 30 seconds. Then you're going to follow that up immediately with an exercise to pull the shoulder blades back and then down. So all you're going to do is just stand like you normally would stand. You're going to pull those shoulder blades back as if you're trying to squeeze a ball between them. And then imagine that you're trying to drop your shoulder blades down as if you're trying to touch your butt with them. And then you hold that position for 10 seconds. And you repeat this 3 times. 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. So a total of 30 seconds there, a 30-second stretch. Now I'm going to show you the exercise from the back because some of it's kind of subtle. So I pull the shoulders back and then down. So this takes a little bit of practice to get used to it. Once you're used to it, it's going to make a big difference. Now, a lot of people think that when you're standing or sitting, a good posture means that you're pulling your shoulders back like that all the time. That is not true. The reason is that if you're having to use muscle to hold yourself in correct position, it's not something you can sustain for a long period of time. And so what we really want to do is we want to get people's body in better alignment so that their body can support the weight and they're not having to use a lot of muscle strength to do it. So in order to do this, this is my awareness tip, is that instead of pulling shoulder blades back and having those muscles clenched, what I'm going to suggest is that you imagine there's a string attached to the top of your head. And that's elongating and pulling your head upward. And what you'll find is your spine will naturally kind of traction with that sort of visualization, and your shoulders will tend to drop a little bit more back into the correct position. So now the real challenge is, how do you keep this up? This is all about awareness, and this is all about creating new habits. So what I suggest is you get a Post-it, you write posture on it, and you put it on your monitor. Every time you see that, check in with your body and see what it feels like it's doing. It's going to be doing one or two things. Either it'll feel like it's in alignment and your spine will feel elongated, or you're going to feel like you're collapsing inward. Even if you're leaning back in a chair, you're still kind of collapsing inward. So when you feel that collapsing inward, that's what you need to change, because you want to get these muscles out of that habit of shortening and keeping you stuck. So those are my tips for the day. Hope you got something out of it.